Come on, you knew we had to do this. We are going to celebrate Chase Elliott's second win in the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series with recreation in NASCAR Heat 3. Can I take a victory with Chase Elliott in the Napa Auto Parts car at Dover in the fall race? Let's find out. So here we are for the sponsorless Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series race at Dover. DJ Kennington not nearly as fast as expected. They've been fighting their car all weekend. Brendan Gaughan starting at the back. He gave up his starting position for new tires. And Corey LaJoie starting at the back because they had to replace the transmission before the race. So we're ready to go here at Chase Elliott at Dover. Going to see if we can get a W. His second win in the NASCAR Cup Series, starting from, well, not quite the back, but we're close enough as we already get a run on Ross Chastain on the start. Couldn't really get him before the start-finish line, though. That would have probably been a crash if I'd tried that on the outside, so we'll fall into line for now. Around the outside, car a little bit loose. Might have to play with this a little bit. I've got a custom setup on the car, which is very, very fast, but it is a little bit loose, particularly in traffic. So if we're stuck in traffic a lot early on in this race, that may be a reason for me to adjust the car to compensate for it, as it's certainly very, very loose. And really, I've just got to bide my time here right now, wait for the field to spread out a little bit, maybe get single file, and then I can really start picking them off here. But at the moment, with Chastain kind of working that top line with Gilliland there, it's making it a bit tough for me to really make up a lot of positions. So I'm on max level AI, so this is as tough as everything gets in NASCAR Heat 3 as I get in behind Ross Chastain. Got a good run on him this time. Going to give him a little bit of a bump draft down the backstretch to try to get him around the 96 of Kennington. Didn't quite get there that time. We're going to fall into line once again. All right, we're going to give Ross a big old boot right here. Try to get error, but Chastain might be a little faster than Gilliland. I may have made a mistake there by doing that. Lost a little bit of time. Only gained 3 positions. Good grief. Well, I tried a Larson line there. It didn't really work, so we're going to go right down to the bottom. I was trying to see if the third lane could come in. It doesn't. 3 wide down to the inside. Yes, sirree, Bob. I'll take that. Thank you very much. There is a potential of getting lapped here, so we don't want to go a lap down. Working our way through the field is going to be kind of crucial here as the car gets aero tight there, or aero loose, I guess you could say. The back end was swinging around as I was lifting off the gas to get in behind Timmy Hill. Let's see if we can get around the outside of Hill here. We've got a Dillon up here in the top lane. Ooh, that's a little bit of contact, a little bit of Rubbins racing there with Timmy Hill. Let's not do that. That would be a bad idea. And Ty Dillon is going to the back here. So we're going to help him out just a little bit, give him a little bit of a shove. Should have made it 3 wide right there. I should have gone inside of Reagan because I probably could have pulled that pass off. Regardless, we're just going to have to sit here for a little while. Ooh. And by sitting, I don't mean run into Ty Dillon. That was not what the plan was. That was not what I was going for that time. You can definitely see that there's a car at the front of this pack that's really holding the proceedings up. I think a lot of these cars are faster than what is being shown right now, especially my car. Oh, that was close with Ty Dillon. I definitely drove a really poor line through there. Timmy Hill almost capitalizes, and now we've actually got some open, wide open spaces here that I'm going to try to use that top lane, try to use the superior handling abilities of my Hendrick prepared car versus some of these guys in the back, like Daniel Hemrick, Gray Galding here. Driving all the way around the outside, now being able to really utilize the racetrack here at Dover. Going to work around the outside of Michael McDowell. You just see how much faster I get as the field spreads out. Reed Sorensen up to 25th in a premium motorsports car. Somebody give that guy a raise. Trevor Bayne, the Bayne train ahead of McFlurry, or behind McFlurry. We'll get up behind here. Matt DiBenedetto. Whoa, crash! Whoa, what the heck happened there? I'm pretty sure Trevor Bayne just wrecked McFlurry. Oh my goodness. Whoa! Now I've wrecked Gray Galding. No caution. There's a caution finally. What on earth was that all about? McFlurry just got taken out and then it completely screwed me over because I just completely jumped out of the throttle. Wow. I've never seen that in a NASCAR Heat game before. Just a random AI getting taken out like that. Wow. Okay. Well, that was a thing that happened. I hope we'll get a replay of that on the end of the race. Stay tuned for that. As we're back to racing here at Dover. We're going to go to the inside of Reed Sorensen and Daniel Hemrick. So it's a 3-wide move into turn 1. Should be able to pull this off. These guys are going to be pretty nice to me, I suspect. Apparently I have to be afraid of Trevor Bayne now because I don't know what he's going to do. He wrecked McFlurry, and I still don't know exactly why he wrecked McFlurry. But he certainly did. The car's still very loose in traffic, especially when I have to lift off in the middle of the corner. So we're going to try to back the corner up here, try to stick it in 3 wide between McDowell and Bayne. Didn't quite work out the way I would have liked it to. Now we go to the outside. DiBenedetto takes that space away for now, and then I'll slot in, round the outside, get a draft on the 20 of Eric Jones. Oh yeah, split the difference almost. Woo! Oh baby, that was close. That was so close. That was way closer than I wanted it to be right there. Way closer than I wanted it to be. And then I heard the spotter say halfway, and I'm like, halfway in the race? No, halfway in the stage. I was confused there for a second. And it scared me. It was like, oh no, I just lost this amazing race because I didn't do the race properly. Whoa, look at me going around the outside of DiBenedetto and Buescher. Take that, guys. And we'll head into 3 and 4 very, very fast right here. Whoa, right on the bottom of the track. And saved it. Oh my gosh, he saved it. Oh wait, this is not a Fox race. Darrell would not be saying that. Never mind. Alright, we got to get away from Buescher though. Oh, as the back end gets loose there. So yeah, definitely, I think the tires are going off a little bit. Yeah, they sure are. So just got to baby a little bit more here. Work around the top lane of the track. Get into the groove just a little bit. We're up halfway through the field though. We've made good progress. We might actually get some playoff points here in a second. We'll see. Certainly pulling way far away from Chris Buescher. Already put a second on him. Now running a little bit wider than I probably would like. Probably a half a lane up on the top lane of the track, or the second lane, middle groove, I guess you could say. 10 to go, and you can see how hard I'm running this car. I might need to take some tape off the grill as well, because the temperature's kind of coming up from the amount of red line time we're having. And the engine temperature just gets into the bad zone, into the danger zone when we get down to the end of these straightaways. Oh no, no. I was being way too aggressive right there. Way too aggressive, and I went around. Aggressive went around there. That was a stupid move. Just trying to get real cutesy on the entry to the corner. Trying to maintain speed, but also keep my engine in check. But that didn't work out very well. Still got 20 laps of fuel in the tank, but seeing as the stages are about 29 laps, I'll probably be coming into the pits after this. But that'll be a good time to get some adjustments made to the car, especially because we'll probably be mired in traffic. I don't know how many cars are actually going to come in at the end of the stage with 7 laps to go. As I work through there. The car definitely handles very well by itself, but the problem is when you get to traffic, or you have to start lifting off the gas in places you otherwise wouldn't want to, makes things a bit difficult. And I'm keeping the temperature of the engine up because I decided to just not heed that warning for now. As I lift off the gas, still trying to just get it through the corner as quick as I can, but now I'm really starting to abuse the engine right now. I'm not using nearly, or I'm using entirely too much throttle, and we'll see if that actually starts hurting my engine. Let's see what the temperature is. So 226, I don't know if that's good, bad, or ugly, or if it's right on the brink where we don't want to be. It might be. I think it's like 225 might be where we don't want to be. But I don't know. It's close enough that I'm not too worried about it. We'll see where the temperature actually goes away. It's gone down to 225. That's back up to 226. I'm going to lift off the gas here. It's down to 225. There, yeah, there you go. 225 is where we get the temperature warning on. And the tires are definitely worn. So regardless of whether or not my intention or whether or not I need to pit for fuel, I think I would pit for tires anyway at the end of this stage. As we got 2 laps to go now. Not going to be too concerned about the temperature warning. Don't think we're going to damage the engine too much in 2 laps here, so I'm going to try to actually get back up to Casey Kane here, because we've kind of been riding in the last couple of laps. Kind of lost the draft, I suppose you could say, even though that's a bit funny to say at Dover, but it kind of applies, because if you fall out of that ability to slingshot people down the straights, it doesn't quite work out all that well. But we are catching Kane and Eric Jones up in front, but I don't think we're going to get there before the end of the stage. Thought I could probably get some stage points out of this, but not going to happen. That's going to have to be a stage 2 thing, and it might not even be that anyway. We'll just have to see what happens with the strategy, who comes in, who doesn't, as we cross the line here with 1 lap to go in the stage. And definitely slid her in there quite a bit, kind of backed her into the corner. I started aiming for the apron. I'm like, yeah, no, that's probably not a good idea. Probably not a good idea. But the stage is going to end. The points are going to be awarded. We're not going to get any for now, but we should be getting some fairly soon. Hopefully in the next stage, because we're going to work on the car here in the pit stop. Let's see who got the W in the stage. Do we have somebody? Clint Boyer. Congratulations to Clint Boyer. And everybody is pitting. So we'll take some tape off the grill, we'll add some wedge, we'll go up to 49, and everything else is good. So we'll accept that, pit, and go back to racing. We lost 1 spot to Trevor Bain on the pit sequence. Interesting that we only lost 1 spot, but okay. Hopefully the car will be a little bit tighter. On the restart, we'll be able to actually make up some decent ground. So we make a move on the outside of Kane on the restart, and he actually backed up and into the clutches of virtually everybody else in the field there and kind of slowed everybody up. Now we're making a 3-wide move on the outside. Oh! Well, that's a bad idea. That was a terrible idea. Kurt Busch goes for a flyer there. And that was a pretty realistic looking crash, no doubt about it. So we're not going to pit. We don't need to pit for that. Don't have terrible amounts of damage. We'll actually, we still gained a spot. We gained the spot on Kane, who was unfortunately the first guy on the scene, apparently, and judging by his damage. So we're back to racing. That was a bit unfortunate. And now we know absolutely, unequivocally, without a shadow of a doubt, 3-wide does not work at Bristol. So let's go 3-wide at Bristol with Eric Jones on the outside, but Jones manages to not choke it away and not wreck the guy on his inside. And whoa, nutty. Martin Truex Jr. is flying through the field. And AJ Unemployed Dinger just in front of me. Whoop, car's still a little bit twitchy on the entry to the corner. No. Eric Jones, Batman. Well, we can't seem to get out of 21st because we keep wrecking people off of turn 2. Good Lord. And, didn't I wreck Kane? How is he ahead of me? Was that Kane I wrecked? No, it was Jones. Okay, never mind. It's like, how did Kane get back ahead of me? No, it was Jones who I wrecked. It was that other orange car, even though the DeWalt is closer to yellow. David Reagan. What is going on here? Well, now this race has turned into exactly what we always expect, which is a gigantic wreck fest. My car is completely toast at the moment. So stage 2 has not gone well. Not gone well. Okay, we got to find that patience that I had earlier. And we're not finding it right now because I'm going through the middle of 2 cars. McDowell and Ty Dillon. But Ty Dillon, well, I thought I was going to say wisely backs out of it. When we get to the bottom, and the car is driving way better now. I definitely tightened it up the proper amount. The problem is now I maybe have a little too much confidence in it And that's why you've been seeing the rash of accidents recently, as we're going to go possibly to the inside of Hemrick and DiBenedetto. I thought better of it there. Thought better of it. It wasn't the greatest idea in the entire world, but the car really handling well right now. As you can see, because I caught the apron, it didn't completely lose control of the car. Oh, I ran into DiBenedetto. He got tight there because I ran into him. Thankfully, everybody managed to make it through there. So maybe I tightened up the car a little too much. We're still just hanging around 21st here. Can't seem to break away from this position on the track. But we're going to get around Kane here. We're going to shove Hemrick. Ah, that's shoving Hemrick way too much. Way too much. I'm so sorry. Okay, bump drafting at Dover. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. And guess what position we're in? We're in 21st. Ugh. Let's try that again. You can see how far Truex is up the field. And we restarted around Truex that time, where we were actually not 21st. So that's where theoretically I could be in the field. So we've got another Dillon ahead of me. Austin this time. Thank God this isn't NASCAR 15 where the Dillons both had Cheerios cars and it confused my brain. Oh, and speaking of brain, Trevor Bayne didn't have one there as he sliced down in front of me, but we managed to all make it through at the moment. 10 to go in the stage. Got 7 positions to go for some stage points. And I don't know how I didn't crash into Trevor Bayne right there. That was so close. And now we got Menard. Oh, that's a little close for comfort with Menard there. A little close for comfort. Oh, no. He saves it. He saves it. Holy smokes. He saved it. And I saved it. We all saved it. But we're 21st again. Thanks, McDowell. Old McDowell had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm, he ran into me, and it was really annoying. E-I-E-I-O. Oh, and that's not going to be a save. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, I'm making Benny Parsons noises. Well, that wasn't good. That was not good at all. We fell all the way back to 30th. This is as bad as it's been all race. Danica. No. 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 DJ Kennington. Oh, all the guys at the back. All the meaningless guys at the back. Well, now we've got pit stops coming from some of the field. You know, we're going to pit as well. We need it. We need it badly. I think I'm a bit tight now, so we're going to go about halfway through, halfway between. And we're going to see what this is like. McFlurry's still in the garage after the crash, so he's been in there for a while. Probably we won't see much of McFlurry for a while. So we're back to racing at Dover. And I got the car loose, so maybe I loosened up too much now. But with 2 laps to go on the stage, we've got to get around those guys that pitted, because those are the people we're going to be racing with at the front come the next restart, I suspect. So let's see what we got. Well, we've got a lot of wall contact. That's not amazing. Amazing driving there, David. We're really sticking it to him here. Off of turn 4. 3 laps to go in the race, the stage, the midway point, the official point. Were it to rain, I don't think it's going to rain. But regardless, we don't want to be last. Staying behind Timmy Hill, getting him going. Stenhouse up to the top. We've been wrecking more than Stenhouse in this race. Oh, that was close. Man, oh man. The thing was just not going to comply there. So I still can't hold the bottom worth a lick, unfortunately. Again, probably from loosening the car up. So let's go 3 wide on the bottom. Ooh, boy, oh boy, I pushed up into gone quite a bit. But I split the pack up, which is good. I gave Timmy Hill an amazing bump draft into that corner. I know I just said no, bump drafting doesn't work at Dover, and the end of the stage happens there. 36th, but as Boyer takes that stage, everybody else is going to be coming into the pits. We'll be staying out, and we're going to take a little bit of a fuel strategy run as Danica Patrick leads here at Dover. From Sorensen, Timmy Hill, Chris Buescher, and Recky Stenhouse as we're back to green. Danica does not get on the throttle very well. We're going to go 3 wide for the lead up top. Reed Sorensen did not want to yield that position. I don't blame him, but he didn't want to yield it. And here we go. The Stewart-Haas cars plus a Penske car going down to the inside. We're going to go right up to the top of the track, almost get into the wall there. So now we got these slow cars that could help us or could hurt us. Sorensen very slow. Going to go 3 wide with Boyer and Gaulding into the corner. Boyer doesn't yield there either. That was close. That was so close. Okay, Sorensen I'm not worried about. He can stay on the outside. I wanted to stay ahead of the Smithfield though. Oh, and well, Al Marola is focused because he got around me. At least for now. Blaney to the inside. Harvick, Truex, or not Truex, Boyer. That other Michael Waltrip flame out. To the outside. I think I can get Boyer because the 23 cars hold him up, as well as Timmy Hill. And we're going to have to battle Danica for the win here. Danica versus Chase. The crowd would be absolutely going insane in the membrane if this is happening right now. NASCAR would be going crazy. Brian France, well, he would have fallen out of wherever he's at the moment. And here we go. I bet you didn't think you'd see this today. Danica Patrick versus Chase Elliott for the lead. And presumably the win here at Dover as I get up into the wall just a little bit to the outside of Danica Patrick. And Chase Elliott will take the lead, at least for now. Danica Patrick down to the inside, and no, Chase has got it. Chase has got it. So now it's going to be about pulling away and keeping Clint Boyer at bay because Boyer seems to have the best car outside of Chase Elliott, me. We'll see what we got fuel mileage-wise. 28 laps in the tank, 33 to go. So we will theoretically need a stop at the end of the race, but that's going to help because everybody needed a stop. We'll be able to come into the pits as well as everybody else, and now it's going to be a shootout for the win. And Danica Patrick will continue to be second on this restart. No, we're going to be 25th. Well, we took tires and nobody else did. Okay, well, that makes things a whole lot difficult. As we're going to go underneath guidance counselor Brad there. We've got a lot of slow cars up in the mix here with 30 laps to go. Danica Patrick leads Timmy Hill. Well, we're going to have to chase down Danica again, and this time no holds barred. Easy for me to say. We go down to the inside of the Benedetto. 4 wide with William Byron. No! Well, William Byron just wrecked his teammate and became the most hated driver in NASCAR right there. Overnight sensation. Well, P39, I should have just stayed out. Because now we've got Gray Gaulding, who's going to be very slow. He might have been the reason for the caution, now that I'm starting to think about it. But we'll see what happens. And we're going to wreck again. I don't think I repaired the car. Caution. I don't know. I guess we'll repair it again. Let's try. I thought it was, for some reason I thought I didn't repair the car. I don't know why I thought that. Well, okay. Have a good day. Well, we got 39 positions to go to get Chase Elliott his win. And that was very strange. The car just took off to the inside. So I got 23 laps to gain 39 spots. This is going to be the most amazing comeback in NASCAR history. Not since Dale Earnhardt won the 2000 Winston 500 have we seen somebody try to go through the pack as quickly as Chase Elliott's about to do it. But we're going to see. Didn't gain any spots that time, but got an amazing run off of turn 4. Down to the inside of DJ Kennington. Slide up in front of DJ Kennington. There you go. And in front of the 13 of Ty Dillon as well. David Gilliland gave him a big old shove down in the corner. His car couldn't handle the grip. Oh! And Ty Dillon gets into me now. What's the damage like? Not too bad, not too bad. Well, with 20 laps to go, that makes the task even greater. We did get to the lead, and considering how much caution we've had, despite the fact that it was caused by me for the most part, probably could have made it to the end on the fuel I had in the tank. Oh well. Let's find out if we can get it to the end here, get a decent position, decent finish. So Ty Dillon just out in front of me. Getting on the throttle, sliding the car just a little bit. Gonna angle it down, try to get underneath Ty Dillon here. Good Lord. And there you go. That was a great lap, apparently. Wow, whoa. No wonder. It's almost like I was running in clean air there for a second. Now we're right back to not running in clean air as I get in around David Gilliland, and now I'm going to try to get around DJ Kennington. I keep giving him a bump draft in the middle of the corner with 18 laps to go. Well, there's Denny Hamlin up there. In the real life race, of course, Chase had to chase off Denny Hamlin as we're going to go all the way to the outside. The field is pretty spread out right now, but we can't get held up behind Denny. We've got to get around him. Or at least get him by Chris Buescher. Neither of those things just happened there. The only thing that happened was I ran into Paul Menard quite a few times and lost some serious momentum. Menard blocked the outside lane. We're going to go around him. Come on, Denny, get in line. Get in line, Denny, get in line. Denny was unwilling to get in the line there. And now we're going to drive around the outside of Buescher and Hill, hopefully. There we go. Okay. Hamlin gets in the line. Maybe if he's not, I'm going to drive around the outside of him anyway, all the way up top. And now angling it down. Well, Denny wants to run that high groove. All right, I'll give you the high groove. And I'll also take the outside groove on Truex. Get around him. This is a passing clinic right now here at Dover. All aboard the Bain train. Choo-choo. I should have probably hit the 24 car instead, but it gave me the bottom lane here for just a second. Danica's still holding on to the lead. In fact, Danica's probably the reason I'm going to have a shot here because she's hanging on to it right now and holding up most of the field. But once we get up to that double lane stuff, I just don't know. Ross Chastain is up here in the top 20. The whole top 20 is all together. Good grief. Danica's still holding on to the lead, and we are coming fast through the field. Get the red mist coming on here because you can see it. You can see the lead. You know you can get there if you just have enough laps. 12 laps to go. That's more than enough time. That is more than enough time. I've got the grip. I've got the setup. I've got the tires. Remember, I've taken tires each and every time I've wrecked. So I've got better grip than these guys and gal up at the front, so this is a good sign right now. Daniel Hemrick might slow me up just a little bit. I get into him, shove him down below, moving right up next to the wall there. This is an intense race. Intense. Intensity racketing up. I think we can get there. I really do. With 10 laps to go, we got 10 positions. We only got to make up a position a lap. And at our current rate, we're doing better than that. as we get in behind the Smithfield, focusing in on that. 3 wide to the inside and the outside. In the middle, as it were, between Almirola and David Reagan. Couple of Fords. Oh no! That was a very aggressive move. Suarez loses it. So we'll get a yellow with 9 to go. Woo! I'll get my blood pressure up. This is exciting. It's exciting. And Danica has lost the lead. In fact, I think Boyer was able to pass Danica. In fact, it's been Boyer and Larson up at the front, so that yellow actually gave me a shot here that I otherwise wouldn't have got because Danica held up all the rest of the field, and now we're going to wreck Danica. Maybe. Yeah, we wrecked Danica. Well, sorry, Danica. Sorry. Okay, well, that Twitter will love that one. I'm sure NASCAR Twitter would treat that completely rationally if Chase Elliott wrecked Danica Patrick. Here we go. Back to racing. It's the same thing that happened to me with Suarez. I pushed Larson to the lead. It's going to be Larson, Boyer, Elliott, and Blaney, and Harvick, and Hemrick. So here we go. The battle for the win with 2 laps to go. Oh, man. That was a move and a half on Harvick right there. Chase Elliott managed to get there. Now Harvick goes back through. Gonna have to do it on the outside, Chase. I suspect we've got 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank, which is ironically the car that's leading the race right now. Chase lost control there in turn 4. I don't think it's going to happen. Gonna have to really ride through the corner. Man, if I hadn't wrecked Danica, I think I'd be in good shape. Huge understeer through 3 and 4. I think I was flat out through there. That was probably not the greatest idea in the entire world. Now we're just a lift in, but now, no. It's going to be Larson taking the win. Chase Elliott gets a top 5. So we didn't do it. So let's take a look at the Exalta race recap, and you'll notice the logos are much smaller because of the patch, and we get a look at McFlurry's accident. What happened here? As he was on the inside of me there, and he just loses it. I think that was a tire and then gets up in the air. That was an interesting crash, no doubt about that one. We go to lap 10, and this is where me and Danica Patrick make contact. Well, actually, it was more with the 23 car. Danica Patrick's contact was very much not as much there. As Clint Boyer wins stage 1, we go on, and for some reason they're showing me shaking the checkered flag. David Reagan and Trevor Bayne get into it. What's going on here? Oh, this is the crash with Kurt Busch. Yeah, that was Kurt Busch's crash, not David Reagan's for sure. Then we go on to lap 37. Eric Jones. This is another crash. This is when we had this string of crashes, and Jones was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Kurt Busch involved in that one as well. Lap number 40. Me and Ty Dillon get into it. Let's see what happened. Oh, this is going to be me spinning in front of the field, isn't it? Yep, there you go. You've seen that. You know what that looks like. Lap 52, we got another crash. That's Ty Dillon getting involved in it as well. Me and Brendan Gaughan getting into it. Let's take a look, and as Boyer wins that stage, let's see this battle for the lead as I go on the outside of Sorensen. I tried to get to the lead there. Then I made a pass for 5th place, and then we go making a pass for 4th. I want to see the battle for the lead. There's 3rd, and here's the battle between me and Danica Patrick that put the fans on their feet. So I went around the outside. You can see how much turning I had into it. Oh, and then, yeah, it was Gray Gaulding. Gray Gaulding blew a tire and caused a huge pileup. Upside down. Upside down. That's the 2011 Boyer crash right there for Gray Gaulding. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And then we have Eric Jones. Actually, that was after the 24 car got into me. So, again, with Jones. But that was just an inside crash into the wall. Then I get into Austin Dillon. Well, actually, this is getting into Danica Patrick, unfortunately. Causing a big old wreck right there. And then we go to lap 97. We get the restart. And then 98, making the pass underneath Harvick. but it didn't actually last. So Kyle Larson takes the win over Clint Boyer, Ryan Blaney, and the rest of the field. See where your favorite driver finished. And we couldn't complete the challenge, but let me know if you've completed the challenge. Let me know how you feel about Chase Elliott getting the win. Hopefully Brian France doesn't do anything stupid and he can actually celebrate this time. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube, and we'll see you in the next video. Be sure to subscribe for more NASCAR Heat, NASCAR, and